What's up, y'all? This ain't even the normal time that I would usually even come on or even try to go live on my page. But just like the rest of the world, I'm kind of in my feelings right now about the news of DMX being in the condition that he's in right now. And I actually really came to my live to really talk about the situation. But I want to just speak on some things for a moment. As far as the industry go and rappers in the industry, there's no one in the industry. There's no one in the industry of the likes of DMX. To be totally honest, there's no one in the industry like him. Granted he's a tormented soul, and we've seen that throughout the years. But who doesn't come without their own bag of issues? You understand? But with him, you know that you're getting him. You're not getting this big fake facade. You're getting X. You're actually getting X. And I actually wanted to come on because you see people posting the news story about X or whatever, and then you go to comment sections and you see all these people putting up the prayer hand emojis and I'm praying for X and this, that, and the third. But I see that done so much, and a lot of times, a lot of times, a person will put the praying hand emoji up, and in all actuality, not even pray. Not even pray for the person. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like the least thing anybody that is a fan of X, the least thing we could do is actually say an actual prayer for X. You understand what I'm saying? X, every album that he's put out, at one point or another on that album, he prayed. And this is an actual hip hop album. You know what I mean? One of the hardest, one of the toughest exterior, quote unquote, one of the toughest exterior rappers that's in the industry. Actually showing a vulnerable side of himself by praying on his hip hop album. In a sense, making it cool for guys that's in the streets to actually pray. You know what I mean? I know for a fact a lot of guys, actually pray because of X. Actually because of X. And like I said, I've heard that when two or more people get together on one accord, they can will things to happen. If I can get one person on this live. You know what I mean? And we actually pray verbally. You know what I mean? For X. I think it could change things. You understand what I'm saying? Ever since I got the news that he was in the condition that he's in, you know, my day has been screwed up, you know, because I can't think of nothing else. You know what I mean? I can't think of nothing else. And ever since I got the news, I've been actually praying for him verbally. You know, I've been asking God not to, you know what I mean, not yet, God, don't, you know what I mean, don't take X, you know what I mean, not yet. X still got work to do. X still has work to do. You understand what I'm saying? But if someone else can come on, if I could get someone else to come on the live, and I don't care if it's nothing but people will think is that you got to do some super extravagant prayer or something like that when you pray. No, you don't. No, you don't. The prayer can be just as simple as you would like it to be. You just have to be sincere at heart when you're doing it. Because God knows your heart. So if you're being sincere when you're praying, God is going to realize that, and all that gets taken into consideration. You understand what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know. I don't know. You know, I just, I don't know. I apologize for having this I'm kind of new to this, working this app and stuff like that. So let me see if I can change some things. Try to change the thumbnail. I'm gonna see if I can change the thumbnail real quick. Just stay with me, y'all. Hopefully it changed. Hopefully it changed. You know, I'm just, man. Like I said, I'm just kind of messed up myself right now. Because when they come to, like, people that I actually listen to, and it's strange because I actually have been, I actually had them on my mind. I've actually had them on my mind for like the last couple days, and I was actually thinking about him before I actually got the news of that he was actually in the condition that he was in. You know, because believe it or not, I have a brother that is no longer here, and a lot of times people say that he actually looked like DMX. You know, funny story. One time I had I didn't go to work one day, so I actually, when it was time, would have been the time I would have got off. I went there to pick up my brother and one of my homeboys that I usually dropped off at night. So when I picked them up, I had my other brother in the car with me. Now my homeboy, he would usually be cracking jokes and he's always talking and joking and whatever. And for some reason, this night he was just quiet and he didn't say anything. Right? He didn't say anything, which I thought was odd. I found it real odd. But it wasn't until the next day that I realized why he wasn't saying anything. You know what I mean? The next day, he was like, "Oh, so that's why you ain't come to work yesterday?" I'm like, "What you talking about?" Man, where you know DMX from, right? I'm like, "What?" He was like, "DMX, you had DMX in the car with you last night when you came and picked us up?" I'm like, "Yo, that was not no DMX, man. That was my brother." "No, hell no, yo, that was DMX. That was DMX." Right? And he actually thought that my brother was actually DMX in the car with us that night. But it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, and I mean, it's just stuff like that. It's just stuff like that that I think back to, and just the memories or whatever, and just X's music. X's music. When you put X music on, you can't help but feel X music. You understand what I'm saying? You can put other people's music on and you might feel it, but you feel X's music a totally different way. You know what I'm saying? You can pretty much you can feel the passion in his music. You understand what I'm saying? You can. I mean, that's what I mean by God. You can feel it. You understand what I'm saying? It's. I mean, as far as rap artists go, he's definitely one of my favorite rap artists. Definitely one of my favorite rap artists. Just for his realness, just the realness in him. You understand what I'm saying? It's just crazy. I mean, anybody that happen to lay eyes on this live, or if you see it later, you understand what I'm saying? Don't just throw those praying hand emojis up in the comments of somebody's vlog or whatever. That somebody posted a story about X. Take a minute. Take a minute. Take 30 seconds. Take 20 seconds. You know what I mean? You don't have to go into no long drawn out prayer or anything like that. It could be short as you want it to be. Real simple. God, please wrap your arms around DMX. You know what I mean? And hail him. Simple. Something simple. It could be that simple. But say it verbally. Do it verbally. Don't just throw praying hands up in somebody's comments and then go on to the next story or whatever. You gotta ask. You gotta ask God for his healing. And I think if anybody deserves it, I think X deserves it. I think X deserves that. I honestly do. Just on the fact that every album, you know what I mean? Every album that he put out, he pays he pays tribute to God just by having a prayer on his album, on a hip hop album. You understand what I'm saying? He's giving God glory. You know what I mean? He's paying honor to God by having a prayer on his hip hop album. That's why since I caught the news or whatever, I'm doing whatever I'm doing or whatever. I'm actually verbalizing it. You know what I mean? Please don't take X, God. Don't take him. You know what I mean? And then it's kind of strange that all of this happens, the timing of it. You know what I mean? Right around the time of Easter, and some people that's getting this news might not know the whole story. You know what I mean? The whole meaning of Easter and Good Friday and all of that. You know what I mean? If you don't get the knowledge, Google it. You understand what I'm saying? But for those that know, when God gave his only begotten son, Jesus Christ, he rose him back up. He rose him back up from the dead. And I feel as though that X is a child of God. He's definitely a child of God. So I honestly feel that he's definitely deserves for God to show him favor and mercy once more, allowing him to rise again. And if anybody else feels the same way I do, say it. Say it. Say it. Few words. Lord, show X mercy and favor once more and allow him to rise again. In your name I pray, amen. Something that simple. Don't just throw an emoji in a comment section and call it a prayer. That's not what it is. You understand? That man then poured out his soul for years on several album after album after album. He then poured out his soul or whatever. And people take from things what they will. Just as I have. I take from things, you know what I mean, different things. I get different things from different things. You know? And there's been a lot of things that I have gotten from X, you know? I've actually had the pleasure. I haven't actually been in his company, but I remember they came down and they shot one of the videos, and they was doing the video. They had the bikes and stuff out at Drew Hill Park in Baltimore. And I actually took my son and my nephew up there to the video shoot to see them riding the bikes. You know what I mean? See them on the quads and the dirt bikes and stuff like that. You know, that's something that they still remember. You understand what I'm saying? But it's man. You know, he had just shot the interview over at Drink Champs with Noriega and EFN, and that man, that interview was just hilarious. You know what I mean? It was hilarious. It was insightful at times. It was hilarious. You know what I mean? It was just you. Anytime you watched a interview from DMX, you already know that you're going to get a good interview. That you're going to be entertained. You understand what I'm saying? And even in the interview, he don't have a problem with saying a prayer. Before, and anybody, most of the time, people that interview him want him to say a prayer. You know what I mean? Before he actually leaves. Because they know that he's real about when he does this. They understand that, you know what I mean, it's genuine. It comes from a genuine place. And that he means it. So if he can actually pray for anybody that's, you know what I mean, hearing him, that's an earshot of his voice when he's doing those prayers and stuff, on his CDs, albums, or whatever. He's actually praying for the people, you know what I mean, who are listening to him. So that means you. If you ever heard him pray on his CD or whatever, he's praying for you. And I feel like it's only right that he gets it back. In his time of need right now, in his time, this is his definite time of need. I feel as though he's deserving of that same prayer. And I'm not this super religious person or whatever, but I am indeed spiritual. And if I know one thing, I know that prayer actually changes things. I know it changes things. When you pray about things and you're sincere in your heart about them, yeah, it can change. It can change things. So if you in earshot of the video, you catch the video or whatever, share the video. Share it with somebody. Share the video with somebody. Then somebody share this video to you or whatever, and you get it. Take 20, 30 seconds and pray for X verbally. With word. Not just an emoji. Not just a praying hand emoji in someone's, vlog or YouTube story or whatever. Talking about his condition. Praying for somebody is not just posting an emoji. Take 20, 30 seconds and say, God, please heal X. Any which way you want to do it. But ask God. Ask God. Ask God to do it. You know what I mean? Ask God to show X some favor and some mercy right now. Allowing him to rise again. Like he did it for his only begotten son, Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know. It's not much that I wanted to say, that I wanted to come on here and say. It wasn't a whole lot, but I just think that he X's definitely deserved our prayers, our real prayers. He deserves real prayers, not just the fake. You know what I mean? I posted, I'm praying for you. You know what I mean? Because if you posting the words in the comment section, oh, praying for DMX, and you don't actually pray, and you don't do the act, then you just lied. You just lied. So take that 20, 30 seconds. Take that 20, 30 seconds and pray for our brother for real. Ain't nobody else in the game. Tell me who's in the game. Somebody tell me who's in the game of the likes of DMX. Who's like DMX in the game? Nobody. There's nobody in there. There's nobody in the game like DMX. And I don't feel as though that we could actually stand to lose him. I mean, no. The game still need X. Then he has an upcoming album. He spoke on it at Drinks Champs. He spoke on it in the interview with Nori. Speaking about his new album. He just signed back with Def Jam and everything. No, it's just... it shouldn't be like that. I don't think it should be like that. You know, in a time when we're losing rappers constantly. I mean, I know this is kind of different because it's not like someone killed him. I mean, we all know that he had issues, but who don't? Who don't? Who don't have issues? But the one thing about him, you know what I mean? He never hid his. You know what I mean? He never hid the fact that he had issues. You understand what I'm saying? He was always man enough to stand on his. And that alone made him some kind of special. That alone makes him some kind of special. Because I'm not going to, you know what I mean? I'm not going to talk about him in the past tense. Because I believe X is going to put his feet to the floor again. I believe he's going to stand again. I truly believe that. You understand? I don't care what these people are posting, these titles, you know, grave condition, this, that, and, you know what I mean? I think this is just part of his, you know what I mean, journey. I think this is just part of the journey that God set him on, and it's going to be a teachable moment for him. But I don't think, me myself, I don't think, and I hope that my gut is right. I hope my gut is absolutely right when I say I feel that X is going to put his feet to the floor again and stand. So whether it be, one want to look at it as him being resurrected, you want to look at God resurrecting him, making him anew. If that's how you want to see it, then so be it. But I don't think God is gonna, I mean, just take someone. I mean, we lose special people every day. But I truly don't think X's job is done. I don't think his job is done. I honestly think it's a teachable moment. She out there in the hallway making all that noise. That's wifey. She gotta be doing something. No wonder I'm hearing it so good. Y'all can't see it. But don't nobody close the door. She left out and didn't close the doors. No wonder I'm getting all the little sound or whatever. It ain't like I'm in a soundproof room anyway. But I wasn't meant to be on here long. I really wasn't trying to be on here this long. I just wanted to, I mean, put this little thing up and just say, I just wanted to say, don't throw no hands up. Don't throw don't just throw a emoji up. Don't just put in the comment section praying for DMX or whatever. Actually do it. Do the act. Do the act of praying for him. Because I know if two people if at least two people are on one accord, then they can change things. They can change things. If you get two or more people on one accord, their prayer, you know what I mean? Well, it doesn't even have to be two or more people to be praying for something. But when two or more people are on one accord together, they definitely had the ability to change things. So anyone that's, you know what I mean, viewing this or whatever, say it verbally. Ask God to show our brother DMX favor and mercy once more, allowing him to rise again. And I didn't want to make this long or whatever, but what are you gonna do? I'm gonna just go back to the rest of my day. Love you, X. But you gotta get up, bro. Get up, X. 2 in the air, y'all. Say it. Forget in the moment.